My name is Shirley Roberson, and I discovered I had breast cancer in 2009. I found out by playing with my little grandchild, actually. I was bouncing up, playing with her, and she did the steppy thing little infants do, and when he touched down on my chest, a really sharp pain hit me, and I had no idea that that was going to happen. And when I looked and I started touching that area, there was a lump there. It was like a rock, and I am not familiar with what breast cancer is, so I thought, you know, what is this? You know, I've got to get this checked out. I had mammograms before, actually a slight scare in '05, but they said nothing. That was absolutely nothing. So when I went to the doctor, they told me, yes, that it was breast cancer. I was never sick before. I'm a vegetarian. I was doing all the right things, I thought. I was getting the exams. So to hear you have breast cancer was just really, really strange. I'm thinking, no, first of all, they made a mistake, not me. And then I'm thinking, well, it's probably just too much stress and I've got to do something about that. But I didn't take it as serious as like, oh my God, I have breast cancer, I'm gonna die, or anything like that. I just thought, okay, they'll take care of this and I'll be fine. I had the lumpectomy, I had the radiation. I took a test that showed that the chemo really was going to help maybe 20%, but it probably wouldn't help much. So they gave me pills. I took pills for like 4 years for it. And I really didn't think much more about it. I had decided to change careers. I was going to college. I was having a good time. And I knew that I should feel a little tired, I mean, going back at this age. So it never, ever struck me that I could actually be ill. And like I said, I was having tests done. I was seeing the doctor on a regular basis for another problem, which they call ITP, which are disappearing platelets. And so I felt that if anything was wrong, someone would catch it, he would catch it, and just going on living my life. And then I started feeling like around a year later, actually, my back was hurting me. And I was working a little bit, and I was thinking, and I complained. I said, oh, my back hurts. And they checked my back and, you know, kind of said, well, you know, you're not as young as you used to be. It's gonna, I'm like, no, I don't have, you know, I'm one of those health nuts. I don't have problems. You know, this is really annoying. Nothing was done. Then my leg was bothering me. And then I couldn't stoop or bend very much. And toward the end of the semester, I started feeling really strange. Once again, I had the test done. I had mammogram done. They said I was fine. It wasn't until I couldn't breathe hardly. I was getting short of breath, and I was thinking, this just doesn't feel right. This is so uncomfortable. This cannot be normal. It's more than stress. It's something. I received new insurance after graduating that required me to see a primary care doctor. And I went to her, and the moment almost I told her that I had breast cancer, she said, really? And your back is hurting you? I said, yeah, it hurts all the time. And so she says, let me examine you. And she did. And she says, you know, I think I hear crackling. And I said, really? And she says, yeah, I want you to take a CAT scan. And sure enough, they discovered not only did I have cancer, but the cancer has spread. And it had metastasized throughout the lungs and the bones, and had been spreading for over 3 years, it looked like. So I decided to come to Carmano's. It was through a suggestion of a couple of good friends, and I'm glad I did. And they got really, they jumped on it really fast. They seemed to want me to do something quickly, and they told me they couldn't assure me that anything was going to change, but you know, this was the procedure they were going to use. So I did, and miraculously, it was like new. I felt like new really quickly. Instead of being able to walk only a few feet, I was able to run up my stairs. And I thought, oh, thank you, God, for all the people praying, because I really didn't think that I was going to be around much longer, because the doctor had said, the original doctor, that I had maybe only a couple of years with what the disease that had spread at that point. So I was not accepting that, of course. I did not, there was no way. It's like, okay, well, we'll see. And that's where I am now. It's like, well, we'll see. I knew I had to do everything humanly possible to help myself, as well as take the medication that the doctors were giving me.